All right, thank you all for tuning in to episode 4 of the Just Some Jocks podcast. We're joined here today with our first ever guest host, professional rapper. With our first ever guest host, professional rapper, Josiah Emerson.
Hey,
Hello.
Josiah.
Hello.
Welcome to the
It feels good
podcast.
to be on the other side of the podcast.
Yeah.
dude.
Did you listen to all 3 of our
I have. I didn't quite finish like all the way through the third one, but most of it.
Dude,
So-
what are you doing?
I know, right?
Go watch it right now.
Phone died, bro.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
So do you mind just giving us a quick little freestyle since you're a rapper?
Actually, I do. I can't let my talents get out,
Okay,
you know?
all right, we'll keep it a secret for now, but just be on the lookout for a new album or something. And I don't want to give any sneak peeks or anything.
Dude,
I don't know.
if you had a SoundCloud name, what would your SoundCloud name be?
Sloppy Joe. It's gotta be.
I like
like
that. I was some guys at our high school, they came up to me like, yo, check out Young Lane Switches, and I was like, dude, if you come up to me with that name, you know those guys?
Yeah.
I was like, if you come up to me with a name like Young Lane Switches, I'll tell you, get the fuck away from me.
What would you? I'm Little Bert.
Little Bert?
Like
Bert?
Eagle Bert, Little Bert.
What's your name, Ethan?
Dude, let me think about this.
Lil
Probably,
Mayo, bro.
probably
Yeah.
Dr. Mayo, Lil Mayo, something like that.
Mayo Man?
Yeah. Mayo.
Mayo's on the beat.
Mayo.
Yeah.
All right,
Mayo made the
should we
beat.
just roll the intro now?
Yeah, roll the
Let's do
intro.
So, Joe, I hear you're trying to dabble in the stock market. What's up with that?
Yeah, so I was going to try to get in through the app Robinhood that Jack sent me, but it didn't work with being under 18, and it didn't allow a parent account, so I couldn't do it through that app.
So, what are you supposed to do if you're under 18 and
I'm probably going to use the app, or I guess it's the website, it's TD Ameritrade.
what?
Talk to us a little about that.
Yeah.
I don't really know much
What's the
about
process?
it, but I watched a video on it, and it's just like a website, and you just had to put in your name, like all your information for yourself, and then for your parents,
What,
and
do you have
then
your own bank account?
I think you put your
Dude,
parents' bank
yeah.
account and your bank account. So right
So
when you turn
both?
18, it'll transfer to
Oh,
your
so
name.
maybe if it's like
Yeah.
if you're just in the stock market and like
Yeah, it's still like you don't
start
lose a
losing
ton of money.
money,
It's not on you. It's on
not,
your parents.
It's on your parents.
Yeah.
Your parents. Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of like co-signing for like
Yeah.
apartments.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. I was mad you couldn't use my Robinhood link
I
because
know.
I was trying to get that free stock. But
I was trying to get that free stuff.
I'm trying to get my sister to get a free stock. It's like kind of funny how like I'm like
Yeah.
in battling with my dad and my sister's boyfriend to see who gets the free stock.
Bro, tell them about when you told your dad about Robinhood, so you got the free stock, and then you got.
Oh yeah. So it was for Father's Day. Like Robinhood was having this thing where like on Father's Day you give your dad a free stock, and you get a free stock with it too.
Which is funny because even when it's not Father's Day, if you do that, you still get a free stock. So they were just like trying to make
Yeah,
a big deal.
it was marketing. It was good marketing. But so I got him the free stock, and it gave me one. And so when he opened his free stock share, he got like I think Hecla Mining for like $2, and then I opened my free stock and I got like Sorrento Therapeutics for like $8. So my Father's Day gift was more valuable for me than my dad. So it was like,
Dude, that was like my uncle. One time for my aunt's birthday, he rented like a Lamborghini or something. And it was totally for himself. Like it was 100%. He was
you
like,
just rented it.
yeah, he's like. It's for your birthday present to my aunt, but it was like he's a car person, so it was totally just for him. But it was like, dude, it's like when he comes down on business trips, he'll rent like depending on what client he's meeting, like he'll rent like a Maserati or something like that. He'll just pull up at our house.
So he's just trying to flex on everyone. How much does that cost?
Well, I don't think he has to pay it because I think they obviously don't want him going in like a 1987
so his company pays.
doo-doo car to meet like a millionaire client. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
he sells ink.
Doesn't imagine like you know how Jared's parents work for Cliff and they get a
Yeah.
company car.
Yeah,
That would be so nice to have a company car. It's just
It's a
such,
Maserati.
Yeah,
dude, imagine.
like working for Amazon. Like you're like a up on the board members. You
Yeah,
just get
you're high up.
like a Lamborghini. For
That's
you.
actually sick.
Yeah. But do you have to pay gas for that? You think probably?
I don't think that Jared's parents have to pay gas for the Cliff car.
They just
No
write it. They have to pay for it, but I think they can write it off.
They're what? They what?
I think they have to pay for it, but they can write it off and then they get reimbursed.
But I
think.
don't think they use the car for anything other than Cliff, like for like Cliff conferences or anything that's related to Cliff. Like I think they use it for that purpose only. So it's like.
So she can't just take it to the grocery store?
Yeah, she's not just like using it for her own benefit.
I was saying one day we should take the big truck that they have, like the huge one,
Yeah, dude.
and just take it somewhere and like we'll pay for gas.
Yeah, dude. We could fit like 10 guys in the back there and just hang out one day, go to the beach. And
you know those like Red Bull cars where like they have a Red Bull hanging off the back of the top and then they open up the back and they give free Red Bulls to everyone? We just give out free Cliff bars.
Dude, honestly. Hey, Jared, just let us know, bro. Like, I know you're listening. Just shoot us a text, bro.
Hey, this is how we know we fake. If you don't respond about us borrowing the Cliff Bar car.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cliff car.
The Cliff car. I love it. Dab me up
Dude,
for that. Bro, speaking of Cliff, bro, we gotta go cliff jumping over at the fall. It's like this
Bonelli?
place. Yeah, we're by like Bonelli. I went with
I'm trying to go.
DeAndre and Jared the other day.
There's so many like horror stories though of like people like exploring, finding new cliffs to jump off of. They jump off of them, the water's not deep enough, and they just break their back.
We won't explore. We're just going.
But it's a known one. It's a known.
Yeah, it's a well-known one.
Yeah, things are fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fun. But I think we should go with all the boys.
I'm down.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yo, so I heard that there's this new story that was like just breaking that like international college students are like might have to leave if their college transitions to online based courses. What are your thoughts on that?
Dude, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well, why do you think it's?
Because like they're already here. Like they already have like their 1 year visa. I think it is for each year of college. Is it 1 year or 4 years?
Oh, I don't even
Well,
know.
it would just be terrible because like some kids just can't go back to work. Like I know this one guy at Pomona College that I play soccer with. Sometimes you played with him too,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from I can't remember somewhere somewhere in Africa, like a country in Africa, and like he can't go back because when he goes back they don't have like access to like they don't have Wi-Fi or just like internet access and everything. So he like it would just be hard for him to either like continue school or like even like get a plane ticket back, all this stuff. It's like it's real. So he just had to stay in here, like stay at his dorm and everything during COVID. He was like an exception, but yeah, like there's like he's not the only one. There'll be a lot of cases like that where kids just aren't able to go back and like be successful still. So
But why is it the choice of the United States to kick them out of college? Like, shouldn't that be the college's choice if they?
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically it's the government that gives them the visas. So like technically they have to have permission from the government, but it's like.
Wouldn't colleges lose a ton of money though because they're paying for the housing?
International students pay more too.
Totally, that's right.
Yeah.
So they're basically losing a shit ton of money because the U.S. is threatening to kick them out, and ICE would be. It's like if they don't comply, then I think that like ICE, which should be abolished already, is going to like kick them out, and it's just stupid.
For me, I'm saying I got like 9 foreigners on my team next year, so
Your whole team's
there
gonna
goes
be
my
gone.
season.
UMass soccer.
Yeah.
UMass pulls up with 10
Just
people.
so many programs too, like in our league, just in. I mean, you look at APU, like
even
C2 and
APU.
stuff too. Like they got so many foreigners playing in
Would
America
Bala have
through
to
the
go back?
college. Actually, he's not a student anymore though, is he?
But
he's a pro.
What about Grego? He's from Germany.
Yeah, Grego would have
There's
to go
so
back.
many foreigners.
Gabriel.
Gabriel, bro.
Gabby would
Like,
have to go back.
Some of these crazy players that have to go back just because of this. So that's a huge percent of the population too. When you think about it, like that's a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they're doing really. I think that maybe the colleges should have the choice to keep them on because it's really like it's their choice. And plus, like you said, if they go back to home, if they even have a home where they're from, because like maybe your family like moved from Mexico to here and like gave up everything in Mexico to like try and make it in America, and so they don't have a home back in Mexico.
Back. Yeah.
You can't just kick them back out, and that means it's I don't know.
Yeah.
And they already paid like thousands of dollars for like a plane ticket for dorms and like all that, and then they like have to pay more to go to like, leave.
I mean, imagine that you go to college for like 2 years, you pay like say you're not on a scholarship or anything, it's like $80,000 for those 2 years, and then you don't even get a degree, and you got to go back, and you're just $80,000 short.
And you're on online school.
Nothing to show for.
I could have just gone to school here.
Yeah, you'd have to expect like colleges to cut their tuition fees.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can't keep like $5,000 tuition if the kid is not even allowed to have the choice to stay at the college.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, it's still online anyways.
Yeah, because a big part of college is like location. Like for you, you're going to San Diego. Like
I'm going to San Diego.
You kind of want to be in San Diego.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people choose their college on, like based off, like not. I mean, you have to like take into all those things to account, and location's obviously a big one because, like for Ethan, like he's been wanting to live in San Diego, and so like he's like if it's online, like there's no Like it's like if it was online, he would have chosen like a different school. You know, he chose San Diego because of the location. So it's like that's a big deal too.
And if you drop out because maybe you don't want to like continue the online, like what do you like? That must be an option for a lot of those students. So again, like the college would lose a ton of money because if they have like kids being sent back, like I don't have an incentive to like stay at this college. Like I'd rather just find a college where I'm from, and so like you're not having to pay that full tuition fee.
Yeah.
Bro, speaking of like colleges and location, I just got like accepted to live on campus for SDSU.
Oh really?
And so like I have my move-in date and all that.
Oh, that's sick.
So it's gonna be in a dorm
You're
then?
going to even if it's all online.
Yeah, and even if it's all online. But the thing is like my major, if I have chemistry, because like chemistry is a prerequisite for environmental engineering, and so chemistry is a class that would be in labs. So I would be going in for that class.
Oh, you would still go in for that?
Yeah, and so and plus the dorms, like I got a single dorm. Like I have my own bed.
Just your own?
My own room.
That's dope.
Because it's suite style. So
you have a bathroom in there too?
There's 6 to 7 bedrooms in a suite, and my bedroom has one bed in it. So I'm able to.
You're in a room,
I'm in a room.
So you still have roommates?
Yeah, there's a living, but I don't think they'll fill out the whole entire suite though.
That's even better though.
They might.
Yeah,
They'll
that's what
probably
I'm
do
saying.
half living.
And so I think they said 4 to a suite.
That's
so
sick.
4 kids, which means the 4 single bedrooms, 2 kids, and there's 2 bathrooms. I looked at the floor plan layout, and there's 2 bathrooms.
Really?
In the suite.
Do both have showers?
Both have showers,
Dude.
but they kind of look like, it's weird. Like I was looking at like a virtual tour, and it looked like high school bathrooms. Like there was a stall door on the bathroom. It was weird, but still, like the living room area is insane.
Dude, if you and all your homies are roommates, you and all your roommates are homies.
Yeah, and I don't have to live in the same like room as them. I can just live in like, it's basically like an apartment where you have different bedrooms.
No,
That's dope.
5 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment. Like how sick would
that's tight.
And that would cost so much too.
Yeah.
But it sucks though because they're probably not gonna have all the like the recreational rooms, like
the
pool
facilities
the pool tables and all that. But they have. It said that my dorm room or my dorm house has a what's it called, the sand beach court, so it has sand volleyball outside of it, and it has a swimming pool.
Dude,
bro,
you're gonna be living
that's living the life.
You don't even go to class.
You bet your ass I'm gonna invite the boys over. For sure. Like a pool day in San Diego, and
literally
play some beach volleyball. We don't even have to risk getting COVID at the beach.
All right, Mom, I'm gonna go to Ethan's.
literally like for weekends, dude. Oh, that'd be so sick.
Imagine like living in an apartment with your homies, like third year of college. Like that's the dream. That's what she's living in a house, not even an apartment. But
live off campus.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to San Diego, you'd probably have to live off of campus.
Yeah.
Or live in an apartment, not a house.
Yeah, it'd be expensive out there too.
Yeah.
Like San Fran, I know you get like half a bedroom for like $7 million. And you're just like
half a bedroom.
Okay,
I was about to say.
it's just really expensive.
Like places like New York too, like super expensive just for like terrible living. Like the top floor of like huge building with like just 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom is like already super expensive.
Well, isn't San Francisco, the Bay Area, like the most expensive place to live in America?
Honestly, I don't know. Are they gonna have like the cafeterias and everything open, or do you have to buy your own food for San Diego too?
Honestly, I don't even know. I just have a meal plan, like something like that. But I've been looking into this thing called thermic foods, where basically the more high protein the food is, like the more energy your body has to use in order to digest it, to break it down and all that, therefore like boosting your metabolism for a couple hours. So maybe like eating those eggs or that fish or whatever you eat with high protein foods isn't like putting on a lot of calories, because it is boosting your metabolism, because you're basically having to use more energy to process and digest the foods. And so maybe
it could help with like diets and stuff.
Help with diets, and I'm gonna try and like take that and like use that in my meal plan at SDSU probably.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know at my school at least they already said like if people are living on campus that all food is takeout. because like UMass is like known for its like dining. Like I remember Joe sent me a TikTok one time, and it was like top 5 dining places or like top 5 schools, colleges like for dining, and like UMass is on there. And but like so they're like well known for their dining and everything, but they already came out saying that like everything, like you can order, they're gonna create an app or something, but everything is takeout. So
but you still be able to get food.
yeah,
from
it's
the
still good, but
cafeteria.
it's not like the all you can eat and all that stuff that it would have been.
That wasn't your like top thing going to UMass though. So,
Yeah,
I choose my schools based off of food.
bro, speaking of like schools, Joe, which school are you trying to go to? I know you're about to become a senior, so you still have a whole nother year.
Pretty much
APU.
100% APU.
100% APU.
Yeah,
You're not even looking at other schools.
No, because I get free tuition if I go there. So because my dad works there.
100%.
So
Is your dad like working with COVID patients? Because I know he's a doctor.
not at APU, but he takes shifts at the hospital a lot. So yeah.
I was telling Joe like because it's free tuition, but then you still have to pay like probably around like $12,000 for the room and board there. But I was telling him like when he applies there, he's gonna get a scholarship because he's got like. I'm not going to give out your information, but he had like a higher SAT score, and like we have like similar GPAs, and so it's like, and I got like $16,000 in academic aid when I had applied to APU, and so I'm like, Joe's like guaranteed to get that because he literally has like he's like same demographics and has like better grades and everything, and so
his dad works there.
yeah, and so I'm like, you're gonna get at least $16,000. So free tuition plus $16,000, that means room and board is paid for too. So you're literally like not spending a penny when you go in there.
Bro, I know.
Which is like crazy.
When I ask for a scholarship, I'm just be like, can I just get it cash? Just like, put it in my wallet.
Just walking out with 16 grand in your wallet.
No, but it'd be dope because I could stay on campus, and if I need to like shower or do laundry, I could just go home for like 15 minutes.
No, it's perfect.
And
Yeah.
you're trying to play on the soccer team, right?
Yeah, I'll try definitely.
You got it, bro.
So that, like you already have like if you're on the soccer team, you already have your community of friends. You know.
Exactly.
For stuff.
Yeah.
And I was telling Joe, like, there's no reason why, like, the APU coach wouldn't recruit him because he's a free player. Like, a lot of coaches have to, like, consider, like, money if they can give the player a scholarship or, like, if the player's able to attend the school financially. But if Joe's literally a free player and he's good, like, it's, like, a win-win for both the school and Joe because, like, they don't lose any money and they gain a player and Joe gets to play for the team there. So it's, like, you know, it's a win-win there.
So why did you leave Legends FC if one of the coaches there is an assistant coach at APU?
Well, you see, the coach that took over my team didn't really like me, so.
So he did not play
No,
you?
he didn't.
No. Well,
He's just, that's not that he didn't like you, bro. He's just
he's
a
just
bad
Kenny,
coach,
bro. Like, okay, so we had 3 goalkeepers, and we'd normally rotate, but then there was like a two weekend window where I just didn't see the field, so I was like, hey, Kenny, like, what do I have to do like better at to like get more playing time? And all he did, he just pointed at the goalkeeper training and then just continued tying his shoe. And he didn't say a word, he just pointed. And I was
Isn't
like,
that terrible? Like,
all right,
you have
bro,
a player,
cool, thank you,
Trying
bro.
to get better, find out.
Yeah, you have a player coming up to you, like good attitude, asking you how he can improve, how he can get play. Like, it's like a coach's dream for a player, like, to be like that. And all you got to say is just point to a goalkeeper training. Like, I don't blame you, dude. I'd probably like, get 2 of my coaches like that.
But then there's players like that'll just constantly nag the coach about.
Yeah.
It's like if they're not good enough to have playing time, like the coach like knows they're not good enough. So like, and he just keeps on nagging, and then
Not like Joe's nagging or anything.
yeah, I know if he
Yeah.
did it once and he was already like that.
Yeah.
But if like you're going up like every week saying like, coach, like what can I
Let
do?
me play, let me play.
Yeah, if you're basically begging him to play, that's not good.
I mean, it's pretty something. Like, if you're putting in work like week in, week out, you should be getting playing time. Like, even if you're not the best player on the team. So the fact that Joe's like showing up and asking stuff like that, just that deserves like.
But dude, that was a good decision because then I went to Dallas Cup like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh God, that's
Yeah,
like
you're on
the
a good
top
team now, too,
tournament
so.
in the nation.
Yeah.
You guys got far in that too, right?
I didn't go with them. I went with AC Brea team.
Oh, okay.
They were older actually, but we had a tough bracket. We had to play Tigres,
Oh, I remember you showing.
and then we had to play the O2 Phoenix Rising, bro, and
Who killed us,
they
bro.
slacked us, bro. It was embarrassing.
Oh,
That's the
Phoenix
team we played in
Rising.
ECNL, yeah.
Holy shit.
They're so
Their
good.
entire back line signed for Cal Poly San Luis.
Was that the
Obispo.
team?
The entire back
All
line.
4 of them.
That's so
Bro,
hard.
that's like
They're just like, let me bring in your 4, slot you right here.
That's so good.
Easy.
dude, that's like a foundation right there. That's like
Yeah.
building your team off of that.
But we like
That's like the
scored,
Barca Academy when
we
they
scored
had.
twice on that back line as a
That's respect. That's respect.
The
as a
Oh yeah.
as an under 18 club. So
What do you
so
mean?
good
How,
luck against like UCLA.
Joe, what do you mean like the Barca Academy?
Like in the old days, they had like PK, Xavi, technically Messi for I don't know, Messi for a little bit, right? He came to the academy, right?
yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
the Barca
Oh,
Academy.
yeah.
They had like the top 5 players that just grew up together, and then they were just nasty, and they just had the top chemistry. Yeah,
it's true.
but now they're poo poo. So
Yeah, I mean that Phoenix Rising team was insane.
Yeah.
kind of remind me of myself, but
Sorry, Joe.
Joe, you're an insane player.
Alright, I'm looking out the window right now and I see this squirrel trap. Tell us about that, Ethan.
Oh no.
is that the metal thing?
Yeah.
So let me just. My dad like fucking hates squirrels, right? Like, if he saw a squirrel, like, oh my gosh, that's bad news for the squirrel. But so we have 2 apricot trees, and these squirrels just are. I swear they should be fat. Like, how do they even keep moving? Because they just destroy these trees and eat every single apricot. We go to this year. Like, my dad slacked off, and like that trap you're looking at outside the window is broken, and so we've literally
just
like
for looks.
twice watched a squirrel run through it, and they're like, "What? Get your ass back in there!" But so next year, I think my dad is like investing in a BB gun. Dude, is this animal cruelty?
Talk to Connor about it,
No,
bro. Connor would know.
Like, we deal with it humanely. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't report this.
we literally drive up to the mountain and just leave him up there, but like we can't.
Do you dig a grave? Put a little tombstone.
No,
Just name them and
we starve them. We we put food outside the cage, beg them.
torture them, bro.
No, we don't really do.
We're studying them.
It was funny. My dad, like, we saw one take an apricot, and my dad was like, "That little shit," and it was funny. And then he tried throwing apricots at it, and it was like missing, like apricots that fell off the ground. No, not off the tree, but like off the ground. He was just grabbing apricots and trying to throw them, and he was like, "I was like, Dad, watch this. I got the golden arm." And so I grabbed an apricot.
Did you nail him?
I nailed the shit out of it, right at its stomach, and it was like the tiniest apricot, and it was like far away on the fence. And
I remember you telling us that.
I said I got the golden arm, Dad, and then I chucked it, and it nailed it, and both of us were laughing for like 30 minutes because of how.
Did it do anything to it?
No, it just ran away. I mean, it's like me throwing an apricot at you.
Yeah, just eat it.
But we went to we went to San Diego for like 3 days. We came back, and the tree was like just empty. It was just gone.
The whole tree's gone. Just like, bro, where'd my tree
And
go?
there was like around probably, I'd say like 50 apricots before we left, and we were like happy, like they're about to like.
They was feasting.
Yeah, they were feasting. They were about to be ripe too, and then we went on that trip, and then we came back, and they're all gone on the ground. And those little shits, they leave them half eaten on the ground. Like they can't even like do it.
They're trying to share with you, bro. They're just like, here, I'll have part of it, and you have the rest
squirrel,
of it.
First of all, I mean, you could tell how much my dad's anger passes through me. These girls.
Alright, Joe, what are the odds you jumping in the pool right now?
I'll do
All
one.
jokes aside.
Bro,
1 in
would you
10?
do that for the podcast?
Yeah.
How about 1 and 2? Would you be willing to go down to 1 and 2?
You know what happens if we don't do it, right? Then you have to jump
If I
in.
miss it, I go in, right?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Alright, you with it?
Alright.
Alright, Ethan, count down.
Are we going to go on go or one?
On
go.
On go. So best of 2. The person. Wait, if you get no,
It's
out of two. What are the odds out of 2? And the person that gets.
So if we both say the same number, then I jump in.
Josiah goes.
If it's different,
And if
yeah.
they say the different number, Jack goes. Okay. Dude, it's a 50-50 chance one of you goes in.
Alright, let's run it.
All right.
Oh, let me.
Countdown from 3 and on go.
Okay, I know my number.
3, 2, 1, go.
2.
Get in the hot zone.
I said it early too. Like,
I know, I could have changed it because I heard you say it, but I was already.
We'd have to listen to that again, but Josiah like heard 2 and he's like, oh, I'm gonna say 2. That's like the opposite point.
Wait, no, we said if we said the same, then he has to go in, right?
Hey, I'll be recording.
No.
I'll be recording it and put it on the Instagram.
I still have the video of us over winter break. I have all those videos on my camera.
Oh,
Doing
yeah.
what?
Like when you were like, this is damn good
That's a crazy story. I don't think I've told that yet.
Oh yeah, let's tell it.
Okay, so we're all just like super hyped one day, and like we're trying to make it big, kind of like with the podcast. And so we thought about like creating a YouTube video, and so we went out and we were just like getting Chick-fil-A, and then after
No, we
I was
got
like,
Cane's.
oh, we got Cane's,
Same
dude.
thing.
Yeah, fuck Chick-fil-A, they're weird. I'm gonna get hate for that. But
Like good
so
though.
we're at Raising Cane's, and I told everyone, I was like, yo, like, yo, I'm about to scream, like, just scream and say, this is some damn good chicken. And so everyone's like, nah, you're not. Like, don't do
It's
it.
like,
And I was
not, bro. Like, we're like, there's no chance. You can do
I was
it.
like, Josiah, go get the camera. And so everyone was like nervous, and so like
Dude,
they left me.
I leave the restaurant and I come back in and everybody just looks at me. I'm just holding the camera.
Yeah, Josiah was walking back with the camera, and I was walking out, and I screamed. I was like, "Hey, this is some damn good chicken!" But it's kind of like ironic because like I just threw away the chicken.
Chicken away.
Yeah, 'cause I was leaving, and I didn't want to like.
It was so quiet. No one said a word. It was
There
just,
was probably like 20 people in there.
you said chicken and then it was just nothing. There's just nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna drop an F-bomb instead, but there were like a bunch of little kids in
Yeah,
there.
we
So
didn't
we're
wanna do
like,
that.
let's chill with that.
Yo, what we could do is we could drop that video on the Insta.
Yeah,
That would
dude.
be-
I'll get it off. I'll get it off
I
my
might
camera.
throw a couple highlights on the. Dude, make sure you guys go follow the Insta.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you want to see these exclusive videos of us doing
Big
dumb
things.
shit,
That just some jocks.
then you check out our Instagram.
I also have the
things
video
coming
of when they ding dong ditched the house and then they were hiding behind the Christmas like things in the yard and then a cop just like goes by them.
oh,
and they
yeah.
And then I drive forward and you.
yeah, and then I eat it.
I like broke Joe's leg. Dude.
But I don't know. I died. That was funny.
Yeah.
Jack,
That's
pork
great.
that Instagram one more time.
Yeah, just go give it a follow at just some jocks. JUSTSOMEJOCKS. I think that's right. I
Tell
don't
me,
know.
tell me when you're doing that. You're so praying that you weren't gonna say it wrong.
48 followers.
I was about to-
2 away from 50.
Oh, 48 followers.
48
Please get us to
followers.
50. Like that would be huge.
Almost half 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're probably gonna end the podcast there.
Yeah.
We do have a trivia question though.
Oh.
Jack, do you want to say that?
Yeah, real quick, if you guys remember what last week's trivia question was, it was what was the largest wave ever successfully surfed? And the answer was 80 feet.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
I've seen
Pretty
some
crazy,
videos of some
pretty crazy.
huge waves like in
Yeah.
like Portugal or something like that.
It's
that's
from
where it was.
Portugal.
Yeah, dude, they're
Portugal.
massive.
I think it was
insane,
the
bro.
Nazare spot.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Most likely.
All right, so we also do have another trivia for you guys. So Jack, also say that.
Today, or the trivia for today's episode, is what is the largest muscle or the biggest, not strongest, because I mean that obviously varies, but the biggest one in the human body. Biggest muscle in the human body.
I'll give you a hint. Joe's throwing that back.
That might have been a big hint, but
Big hint, but it's okay.
it's all right. Just
Or
don't-
it's all just funny.
only use that hint. Don't
only-
don't look that. Don't
Yeah,
look
don't
that
look that
online.
up though. Don't be a loser.
I know y'all be looking that up online like a bunch of cheaters. So anyway, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you all for listening. We'll drop another episode soon.
Thank you, Josiah.
Thank you
being
for
our
having me,
epic
bro.
shout
That
out
was
to
fun.
Joe.
It was
That's our
fun.
first guest.
Yeah, we
Exciting.
really appreciate you hopping on as well. And yeah, roll the outro.
Yes, sir.